When I'm in kill mode here at the office, it's just like, you get here at 7 a.m, you're leaving at 3 a.m. Like, and it's just, and it just gun. I try and get a nap somewhere in there, but like, when you're at home, you're just like, all I'm doing here is
nothing.
Like making myself feel better. Like you can do your chores, and that's a good procrastination technique. But if I sit down and watch a series or something, there's something wrong with me. Like, I'm like, what am I doing? What am I supposed to be doing right now? Yeah.
I definitely don't do that either. But I think in the still mind as well, like, because the way I and maybe you operate is that you're thinking about scenarios, thinking about all the problems and solutions pre-hand, and it kind of consumes your mind instead of just be like, you just do it.
Yeah.
You're free flowing and you're loving it.
Yeah.
That's what you want to, it's not really working when you're really loving it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that is really the essence of why I think I'm still here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. And I've tried doing other things. I got a teaching degree, tried that for a bit, and it's great. It's 70% great of a life, but like, this is fucking awesome, man. Like, this is a really cool profession. And if we can make it work so that we don't have to stress about day-to-day shit, or everyone else seems to be affording life properly, and we're like, what the fuck?
Well, it is quite a thankless industry.
Yeah, but I don't give a shit about thank you.
But exactly.
Yeah.
We don't entirely think about that.
Nah.
It's the engagement in the lifestyle and being able to create, because if you kind of always trying to force yourself to create, it doesn't really organically flow or develop your skills or excite you. I think that's the dopamine of it. It's
Where do you have all your ideas?
Yeah, well, you just want to be a part of it, and you keep them growing. To be able to create, you need to kind of have money, support, all that kind of stuff to be able to create anything.
Just because I think that really crushes the pipeline of your brain. When you got life stress, it's like plaque build up in like an artery or something like that, and you can't operate. But when you feel good and you feel, I'm going to pay rent for the next 3 months, no problem. So then your mind can wander and start picking up stones and shit, and then turning it over, looking under rocks, and then you go, oh, this is where ideas happen, and execution can happen. And
it's all just it's kind of work to live instead of living.
Yeah, it's good. But I do like waking up in the morning not having work right there, because I used to get up and go straight to work, get up still in my underwear and just do half a day, and you don't talk to anyone. I was friends with the birds and shit, the postman, so like going to a studio now, it just feels a bit more professional. You get dressed, you come here, you can still take your time in the morning, make a slow coffee and that kind of thing. When you get here, then it's time to shine.
Yeah, I think I didn't experience that for a lot of my life. It was kind of like, wake up, it could be a mess from whatever happened last night, start working your way efficiently through that, and also having a coffee. And when I had my print company inside the studio as well, it's just like someone rocks up, you need to wake up. Like, it doesn't matter what time you slept last night or what happened last night, you just got to wake up and respectfully kind of get everything kind of sorted in aesthetically in the studio.
Yeah.
And then you just go on with your day, and that's like literally continuous.
Yeah.
Continuous. It was the lifestyle.
And it's nice that I think you got good taste. I like your taste in music. So when I go over, there's always something quite cool playing that I forgot about.
Yeah, we're all the punk rock kids of
punk. True, yeah, true. Really, that was a good type of punk rock.
And we kind of started discovering that kind of like new metal kind of stuff. So
I think I remember you. Correct me if I'm wrong. Taking photos at what's that? It was like a Warp Tour. Were you taking photos at Warp Tour?
No, I don't think so.
Did you go to Warp Tour?
Yeah, it was at the one with Pennywise.
Yeah, Showgrounds?
Yeah.
They Brohim? Everyone got on stage for Brohim?
Pretty sure I might have seen you. I just have this image.
Yeah, I see you there. I see you there. Because that was back when...
I was definitely there.
And when you could crowd surf without getting badly injured. If I tried that at 40, man, I'd be so brittle.
I don't know if I really want to crowd surf anymore, but
I tell you, it's too heavy. I'm 110 kilos now. I think back then I was about 50.
But there was no fear. You just go for it.
Didn't give a shit.
People will hold you up.
Yeah, it was the best way to get to the front. And then just like you're about to go over, the security guys trying to grab you or whatever, and then you're just like, no, now, done. In your second row, great, done.
It was kind of like that spur of the moment. I think you kind of had to, because it was like just something that was outside the boundary of like just enjoying the show. So
I remember dying.
Should I jump from the crowd?
Yeah, that day was easy 40 plus degrees, and a tin shed where they normally have sheep for like the royal show.
Yeah, it does that pavilion. It would have smelled like cheap shit.
Yeah. I remember some nutcase jumping from the rafters. I don't know how he got up there.
I remember that part too, for some reason.
I went to another gig there like probably 5-6 years ago, and I looked up at how high that was, and I was like, what was that guy thinking? Jesus, like that's 30 meters in the air, 20 meters in the air or something.
Very like that safe these days.
Yeah, that was good times. And like that really was the old, when you think about that, oh man, actually another gig I want to talk to you about. Do you remember it was called, it was at Point Walter.
Oh, Yak It Up.
Yak It Up, yeah.
Yak It Up.
Do you remember that day that everybody, there was like, they were expecting 5,000 people and about, I don't know, 60,000 kids showing up.
It's like heaps of them.
28 days. It was 28 days and...
Yeah, those were the days that it was really exciting. And in those days, it was a free concert as well.
Yeah.
Just so, yeah.
That was more chaos than I'd ever seen. The amount of carnage, like all up and down Canning Highway, just kids just walking, because they all had to walk there pretty much. Like no parents letting you go to a free concert if they knew what was going to go on that day. That was like a Woodstock, I think, coming of age Woodstock.
Yeah. It was definitely in a lot of the WA bands. Maybe Gyroscope would have played.
Yeah.
Like Jebediah or Greenspoon.
Beaver Loop, definitely.
Beaver Loop.
Yeah.
Beaver Loop was an amazing band, actually.
I see the guy walking around Frere. He lives in Frere.
Leon?
Leon Ewing.
Yeah. That's, I mean, so many people have been through my studio and like, you know, there's all the personalities, but one that kind of sticks out for me, it's just like, Leon, you know me now. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, because I think they had shot like music videos on recovery and stuff. Yeah, so you're like, that's a real...
I think that's surreal that, that's only really fangirling. In my life, you're like, wow, that is that guy. But
yeah,
everyone else is kind of like, hey.
What were your favourite kind of bands growing up? I remember you've been a big Frenzal fan.
Yeah, I'm a huge Frenzal fan.
Yeah.
Frenzal, Millie Collin.
Yeah.
Anything that's kind of ska punk.
Yeah. I like Millie Collin was so good.
Yeah, they've always been one of my favourite bands.
Yeah, For Monkeys. I think I bought For Monkeys, that album at 78 Records. I sort of skipped a day of school or something and listened to all the music I could listen to, and that was the one I went home with. And Jesus, that changed a lot of things, that album. It was really cool.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of like depressive, happy songs.
Just fast. I mean, fast and just so fast and interesting guitar riffs and stuff.
Do you used to skate?
Nah, because I hurt myself.
Oh, okay.
I surfed a lot, bodyboarded and surfing. Yeah, that was my jam. But skating, I tried it once and then the skateboard, they went, and I fell on my wrist and I'm like, because, I play basketball and stuff. I don't want to like cane myself. Yeah. I always wanted to though.
That was a thing that I don't remember anymore. Like skating everywhere. It's just like me and the skateboard and a bus. It's,
cross colours, wallet chain.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you skate? Because where'd you grow up? Winthrop, huh?
No, I just had a group of friends and like always just explored that thing. That was like curiosity, and we'll go to another school. And I was shit at skating.
Yeah.
I kind of didn't really have the skills to really enjoy skating, but I did like rolling and I loved the culture of it.
Yeah.
At the time.
The culture's sick, especially in Freo.
I had no balls, and I no older yet. It's like, it just, you fall, it's like that trauma. You fall to the lines and you're like, maybe I won't be so risky anymore. And now you're 40 and like, that shit, I have no center balance.
It's funny you say that, because I walk past Woolstars and there's still like, 40, 50-year-old dudes skating there all the time. I think they come from around the world to skate that.
Woolstars?
Well, I don't know if they come for the Woolstars, but that's definitely a stop on there.
Oh, yeah, it's still going.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's going to go soon.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to keep it. That whole Woolstars going to be redeveloped.
Yeah. How do you feel about change, especially in Freo?
I mean, Freo is so fucking far away from me. it's like I got to really plan like 45 minutes getting there. That's 45 minutes getting back. That's an hour and a half of my time. And it's if I have a drink, then I really need to reconsider that.
Yeah.
And, but Freo is advanced quite a lot.
Yeah.
But still not enough people really interacting with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the sleepy vibe. I love the sort of sleepy vibe growing up. And then it became sort of like fancy restaurants for a little bit, and then COVID sort of reset it again, and now it's sort of a combination of both.
Mm-hmm. It's done to. I mean, seeing the amount of bars and new things popping up here is always interesting. But it's a very challenging time to open anything like that. But it's the it's a good vibe. You just can't really retain it. I mean, I love the idea that anywhere in Perth could be like, you know, anywhere in Asia where everything's open all night. And but we're very far away from that ideal.
Yeah, the only thing is like there's a bookstore down the road that seems to be open 24 hours. I don't know how they do that, the corner bookstore. And then just the baffling, like
living at work.
Yeah, probably. At least got the apartment above there. And then the record store has survived against all odds. And the Pickled Fairy, that was trading full throttle all the way through COVID. I didn't think ferries believe in COVID.
Yeah, I think it would be really challenging to open any business at this current moment unless you have something behind you, I think.
Did you have a business acumen before you started, or you just started and scaled and then you're just like, oh my God?
Yeah, it kind of all just fell together in a weird way. I was just a glue boy. I just stuck up posters, and it kind of just like the filmmaking career and the printing career kind of just climbed on top of each other as I progressed.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about print, and these days I wonder why I even entered into that zone. But yeah, it was just something. It was just the curiosity of like, oh, what could I do next? Like, what could I do next? And that the business side of it kind of just trickled through as it went along.
Yeah.
And I mean, even when I first had the warehouse, Johnny Marr Studios was an idea, but then I needed to do the print and learn the print at the time. And it was only until like year 4, year 5 that the studio was kind of looking like a studio per se. You know, it's just trying to prioritize what you can do in the time and the money that you have. It's always about money, really. But yeah, it's.
Yeah, you strike me as a person that's not afraid to swim upstream.
I think upstream is. I think it's just something in me that kind of really wanted to open up myself. I think a lot of times sometimes you kind of like want to find a way to interact with more people and within your interests, and it takes a long time to kind of build that thing, and it's like, well, what is this person like? And I think that's the curiosity.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you had a really interesting time during COVID yourself. You ended up in Vietnam somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, I was stuck in Vietnam right at the start of COVID. I was advised not to go, but I'm very stubborn, and I kind of I was really burnt out at the time as well, so I kind of wanted to find an excuse to leave. And yeah, that was the biggest change in my life, the biggest shock in my life. It was as enjoyable as much as unenjoyable. But yeah, literally going from a really fast-paced life, things happening every day, and continuously working, creating, and then it was like nothing. There was nothing to do. It was really, that was the most difficult part of dealing with the situation. If I kind of lived a life of enjoying going to the beach and just exploring all day and all that kind of stuff, I would have been in heaven. But no, I really wanted to do something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was 4 months later, I just started really kind of getting into like this. Might as well act like I'm living here. So trying to find work and trying to really be a part of it, because that excited me. It gave me a purpose, it gave me something to do than just sit around all day and do nothing. I don't really watch TV or film, which is, so I just can't sit around.
Yeah.
I need to do something, but then you kind of exhaust everything. It's like, I guess I'll hang out at the pool.
Yeah.
Maybe. It was very interesting times.
And you started import-export or something along those lines?
I was just trying to, I like visiting factories.
You're visiting the factories?
No, it was some people gave me some tasks. So it was a purpose of, like, what can I do here?
Yeah.
I remember ended up getting a shipping container, or half a shipping container full of packaging that I helped with for a friend. But it was very cheap, but I didn't realize how expensive shipping containers were during COVID.
Oh, yeah.
And that was kind of like wow, what
not profitable. Yeah.
it was like bleeding money on both ends, and
Yeah.
the shipping container actually took like 13 months to get here.
It's from Vietnam.
It was just like, it's like got really, really cheap printing, but
Yeah.
like, so they ordered like, I think like 100,000 boxes of 5 different sizes per se, but